Good afternoon. Ooh, that's a lot. Uh, okay. That was all. Yeah, let's. Time change for future BZA meetings. Beginning in July, it will remain on the third Thursday, but it will be moving from 3 o'clock to 11 a.m. Again, we will be moving the BZA meetings. It will remain on third Thursday, but it will be moving from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. We don't need to take any action, do we, Council? Okay, thank you. Are there any questions? Did I say 11 p.m.? Okay, I'm sorry, 11 a.m. So for the record, and those watching on TV, 11 a.m. still on third Thursdays. Thank you, Council. I do apologize. We don't need to take any action. So now the public hearing items. The first item on the agenda is BZA 2025-24, special use to allow a home daycare. But it appears that staff has recommended that this item be deferred due to a lack of public notice. Do we need to take any action on that, Council? Okay. Uh, I'll entertain a motion based off of staff's recommendation to defer.
Mr. President, I move to defer.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Having been moved and properly second, is there any questions or are there any questions or unreadiness? Hearing none, seeing none, roll call, Council.
Mr. Bonds?
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Will show BZA 2025-24 has been deferred to the next meeting.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, BZA 2025-26, special use to allow a short-term rental at 1040 North Union Street. Staff prepared with the overview?
Yes, sir. Thank
Please
you, Mr.
proceed,
President.
Ms. Sharp.
2025-26 is a petition at 1040 North Union in the Miller neighborhood to create a short-term rental. This is a zoning classification of R2, and it is a neighborhood, so it is residential in the comprehensive plan currently. We have reviewed their application, and it is complete and accurate, and we did receive all of their proof of publications, also complete and accurate. And prior to putting this packet together, we had not received any public input. And based on the short-term rental criteria and the special use criteria, we believe that they have met those. Therefore, staff has a favorable recommendation.
Thank you, Ms. Sharp. Is the petitioner present? If you would like to, you're not required to, but if you'd like to provide a narrative regarding your petition, please feel free to do so. And state your name and address for the record.
Okay, Jason Platt, and we are homeowners at 1040 North Union here in Gary. My wife Tanya and I are very happy and proud to purchase our home in the beautiful Miller Beach neighborhood in Gary. This is our first home purchase, and while our primary residence is a church parsonage in Chicago, we desire to be good neighbors here in Gary. Our goal in this special use variance is to offer our lovely home to tourists, visitors, and other ministers like ourselves to the region as a short-term rental opportunity only when we cannot be here due to work and ministry responsibilities in Chicago. We are seeking to work only with highly rated guests, and we will endeavor in all matters to pursue the greater good of Gary by meeting and exceeding its standards of public health, safety, and community morals. We are highly invested in this home and neighborhood as our long-term family residents and are therefore keenly interested in doing our utmost to maintain the general welfare of the surrounding community here in Miller Beach and the city of Gary. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Platt. Having heard the recommendation of staff and the narrative of the petitioner, does the board have any questions? Hearing none, seeing none, then we can move to take action. Oh, my goodness, I'm moving too fast. You know where my mind is. I'd like to open up the public portion to anyone in the public who wishes to speak in regards to BZA 2025-26. Are there any members of the public who wish to speak with regard or in regards to 2025-26? Seeing none, hearing none, we will declare public portion closed now. Does the board have any questions? Okay, hearing none, seeing none. What is the board's pleasure?
I move for approval of BZA 2025-26.
I second.
Thank you both. Having been moved and properly second, are there any additional questions or in readiness? Hearing none, seeing none, roll call, council.
Mr. Bonds?
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
So we'll show that this receives a favorable recommendation by a 3-0 vote.
Thank you. And the last item on the agenda is BZA 2025-27, special use to allow for a behavioral health residential center designed to provide assistance to specific behavioral health conditions such as substance abuse, mental health disorders, and dual diagnosis at 6525 Birch Place. Staff ready for the overview?
Yes, this petition is located at 6525 Birch, and I know you just said that.
That's okay.
This is a residential neighborhood, and they are requesting a special use to operate a behavioral residential setting in there. The home is set up with, I believe it was 3 bedrooms. Yes, 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bath, basically. They did provide all of their application criteria. You may remember that with this additional commercial type setting in a residential neighborhood, we require additional information. They did provide that, like the short-term rental did as well. At the time of the printing of the packet, we had received 4 letters in opposition to this petition. We have since received an additional 4 letters, so we have a total of 8 letters in opposition to this project. At the time of putting this packet together, I did not feel like I had adequate information from the petitioner to make a recommendation. They emailed yesterday afternoon with additional information. Basically, this is a 24-hour facility with 5 clients that would live there and a nurse or a supervised staff person to supervise them 24/7. It's a proposal that would require state approval for that staff person to have this proper designation in the medical field because of medications and being able to distribute medications. So this is similar to a daycare, but it is a 24/7 where these clients will be living in this home. It will not be pick up and drop off scenario on a daily basis. And I don't know, is the petitioner here? I don't believe the petitioner emailed also yesterday asking for a deferral because they could not attend today and present their petition. I would recommend that we defer this, but open the public hearing and continue the public hearing to the next meeting since their public notice did go out, and I am sure there are residents in the room that would like to speak to this petition, even without hearing the petitioner's case. Counselor, if you're okay with that.
Definitely.
Was that all, Ms. Sharp?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for that thorough overview. Member Jones.
Did she say a referral? She recommend a referral?
Deferral.
Deferral.
Due to a lack of additional information that she feel is needed.
Clear, thank you.
But I think also because the public notices went out and the petitioner did demonstrate that, it would be wise to open it for public hearing so that we preserve that, and then we can continue the public hearing at the next hearing. But at least whoever is present would have the opportunity to speak.
Understood.
I move we accept staff's recommendation and defer it to the next meeting, open it up for the public hearing today, and continue it at our next meeting.
Okay. I think we need to pause on the resolution. Thank you, Commissioner Hawkins. I think we need to open it up first.
Okay.
And then we can entertain the board's pleasure with regard to the recommendation. But so just hold your motion. Subject to and pursuant to the recommendation of staff and the advice of council, we will open up public portion for anyone who wishes to speak in regards to BZA 2025-27. Please step forward, state your name and address for the record.
Good afternoon. My name is Sonia Brody. I live at 6529 Birch Avenue in the city of Gary, in the Miller neighborhood. I appreciate the opportunity to be heard. I am addressing the board to express my concern regarding the proposed placement of this residential facility. I do so not only as a resident of Miller, who has proudly called this neighborhood home for the past 6 years, but also as a prosecutor who works daily with populations impacted by the very issues this facility intends to service. Our neighborhood has long been defined by its quiet, tight-knit sense of community, one that creates an environment where families feel safe, where neighbors know and support one another, and where children can grow up with a sense of stability. I am currently raising a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old in this neighborhood, and I have appreciated the safe, peaceful environment it has created. That's been created by the residents. My concerns are not rooted in a lack of compassion for the individuals in need of support. It's quite the opposite. I firmly believe in treatment and rehabilitation as necessary alternatives to a punitive system. However, the decision to place such a facility directly within a residential area like ours raises significant questions about safety, supervision, and the impact of the quality of life of the current residents. As someone who in my profession interacts with individuals navigating mental illness, behavioral issues, and addiction, I am acutely aware of the complexities and challenges that can be present. While many in recovery can and do reintegrate successfully, the process can involve unpredictable behavior and potential safety risks, especially in unsupervised or loosely monitored environments. This reality, in combination with the close proximity to family homes and young children, is understandably concerning to myself as well as other residents. I respectfully urge the board to deny this proposal and consider alternative locations for this facility that is better suited to accommodate the program's needs, while also minimizing the disruption to long-established residential communities. Transparency about the facility's operations, the nature of the supervision, and safeguards in place is also essential if such plans were to proceed. I appreciate the board's time. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your comment. Are there any other additional members of the public who wish to speak in regards to BZA 2025-27? Are there any other members of the public? I would like to acknowledge the presence of Councilwoman Linda Barnes Caldwell. Thank you for attending. One of our dear council members from the 5th District. Okay, pursuant to staff's recommendation and council's advisement, we will leave public portion open because the petitioner, A, is not present, and B, it appears that there's going to be a deferring pending the board's pleasure. But this will allow the public portion to remain open, and additional members of the public or the petitioner can speak on it at the next scheduled hearing. Did I get it right? All right.
11 a.m.
At 11 a.m. And I won't be rushing then. So, if you will, Commissioner Hawkins, the board is prepared to entertain your previously stated motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we defer BZA 2025-27 to our next meeting, leave the public portion open for anyone interested in speaking for or against BZA 2025-27. Is that adequate?
Thank you, Mr. Hawkins.
Mr. President,
Mr. Jones.
I will second that motion.
Thank you. Both having been moved and properly second to accept staff's recommendation and the petitioner's request to defer BZA 2025-27 to our next regularly scheduled meeting. Are there any additional questions or any unreadiness? Hearing none, seeing none, roll call, council.
Mr. Bonds?
Yes.
Mr. Hawkins?
Yes.
Mr. Jones? Yes. Will show by a vote of 3-0. Petition 2025-27 has been deferred to the next BZA meeting.
Thank you, council. Last item on the agenda is adjournment. And I will entertain the board's pleasure. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed hold the same right. We are adjourned. Thank you.